On a moon day. I am the High Priestess Phoenix, the goddess of the moon, your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, messenger of God, child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. I just got a vision. That's funny. Fuck off. In order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch what I posted in my community page and any videos leading up to this. What was the vision? It's like a role play. You can hear when I go online. Twin flame can hear me. He knows my frequency. He knows when I'm online. Oh, fuck off. It's like he knows. He can hear you. Whatever. You can hear me, but are you listening? I don't think so. What I posted is, I knew this was coming out. I thought it was on the bottom. Where am I? Current energy, High Priestess energy. What I posted in my community page was like, I was explaining what a Monday is for me. What happens on a Monday? Moon day. When High Priestess energy. That's me. What's up? I kind of broke that down yesterday's video talking time. I did a video about what we do in our me time, and then in that video I talked about what we were being asked to do on a Monday. And then I told everyone, why am I pulling the cards? Exactly what I told you. A Monday has uncertainty. So before I go to jump in the shower, I'd like to put mine somewhere. Where do I put my mind? Because otherwise it'll just run rampant. So, we let God guide us. What do we need to focus on today? I'm kind of pissed off at you for doing this, Lord, because that's exactly, it's like, he's not going to tell me anything I don't already know. I did go to the Empress, be a lady. Must be a lady tonight, is what I heard. Okay, whatever. So first you have the Magician, and I spoke about that last night too in that video about how you take raw substance from above and using the elements within yourself, you create them in this world. Okay, so we were in that energy yesterday, manifestations and whatnot. Now, we're in the High Priestess. This card of the High Priestess is a card of mystery that represents a link between the subconscious mind and the inner world of the self that cannot be accessed through the intellectual or waking conscious, but which is only revealed in dreams and symbols. How did I start? I saw a vision. Dreams and symbols. Visions. Okay. Let's see here. Its hidden workings shape the underlying personality and response of an individual, which becomes manifested in their everyday world. I spoke about all of this yesterday in my videos. Your thoughts create your reality. So again, that's where I'm at. What should I think about? What am I manifesting? Where am I putting my energy so that, where do you want me to focus on today? Because otherwise, if you let your mind run rampant, it's creating chaos inside of you, which will attract that chaos. If you give a thought energy, that thought it can easily become your reality. I know it sounds like everything you've ever heard about spirituality, but that's what makes me so magical. That's why I win. Because my beliefs are stronger than yours, and they're rooted in the truth. They're rooted in God. I don't fight you. I believe God fights you. I believe it so much that he beats the shit out of you all the time. I don't believe in what I can do. I believe in all things that he can do for me. You know what I mean? People are always like, if you're so magical, why don't you manifest, the stupid shit? Because it's stupid shit. That's what your mind wants. Your heart doesn't care for such things. Like, why don't you just, why don't you magically manifest a man and then... Okay, but if you listen to me, I can't put my focus on something I'm not focused on. Am I fully wanting a man? No, there's a battle there. So how can I, manifest him if I really don't want him yet? As far as a house, I don't want the responsibilities of a house and the lockdownness of a house, because I feel from my past experiences it's going to crush me. I've learned that that's too much weight for me, and I'll lose myself trying to hold that house up by myself again. I've learned a lot of fucked up lessons that I don't want the same things I wanted. I've learned not to want those. I know that wanting those things is only going to bring me pain and suffering. What do I manifest? I only manifest off of what God shows me. He shows me something and I put all of my energy into it. I don't manifest off what my mind thinks. I'll work through the thought and see where it's going. And that's what I talked about last night, is constantly transmuting energy, thought, which is singular matter, into what matters, which is I can take a thought and I can create a reality here off that thought and go straight after it and make it real. And that's why they call me a master manifester, because I can make my thoughts come to life. It's not simple. It's all based on faith. Do you believe in this? Do you believe that God will give this to you? Do you believe you're worthy of this? Do you believe this is what God wants you to do? Then believe in it, and I will show you the way. In the essence, it's like, sometimes I look back at God, I was like, why the fuck did you have me? I didn't tell you that. You thought that way. I showed you something, and you made it bigger than it was. And that's what I mean, is we got to be careful with our thoughts. Because we could just be chasing, a thought. Now is not the time to act, but to retreat, think, and meditate. And that's what I told you about on Moon Day. It's just reflection. You just sit inside yourself with yourself. It's kind of one of the most difficult days. You may find that your dreams and intuitions are very powerful at this time. And that's it. On the Moon Day, they give you inspiration on what to do with the rest of your week. But you don't do anything until they tell you what to do. Otherwise, you're wasting your time and your energy. All your time and energy should just be focused on yourself. And in this time of reflection, it's not a time of judgment, but it's more of a time of enlightenment, where you look back on the week and you look at, you're going to see how you acted up, but mostly you're going to see all of the things that you overcame. Last week, I implemented change so quickly. They told me, this is all changing. I said, all right, we're changing it all. Down to, I jumped on board right away. Now, the hard part is staying on board, constantly redirection onto this new timeline. What do they say? As a reminder, we are going to take our card readings to Patreon by the end of this week. All card readings will be done then. We are doing a restructure of what my channel will look like. Okay, I'm also restructuring my home life to give certain areas of time to each of these things. So they gave me a plan how to structure my reality. And I'm starting to make it real, following the plan that was given to me. And that's just kind of it. It's like you accepted it. You look back at where you were going before you took this idea on. Now you can see you're going in a completely different direction with this idea. And that's where it kind of is. And that's what I was trying to explain, is throughout the week, and we haven't got there yet, we're building up to it. It starts a fresh week of healing. We'll build up all week, and we'll get ready to start, making the jump. They'll start preparing us. They'll start putting on our little helmet. They'll start putting on our big boy pants. They'll start putting on the goggles. All right, you're going swimming in the shit pool. That's what we do all week. And then on Friday, we dive in. We dive into our emotions and into our feelings. They give us the Tower moment as a higher perception. Why didn't I see this before? No, you're ready now. Act on it. Feel how bad it feel the death and the grief of letting go of what it was, and accept what it is, and move in the is, not was. All different types. You know what I mean? I've had many different runs, especially when it comes to my twin flames, going back to Marshall. Accept what it is. That hurt, bro. I couldn't accept it. Some of them you can't accept. No, this isn't what it is. It's not what it is. And you can try to hold on to this lie, but then they're going to keep showing you, and that's what I said. They cut me off of Marshall because Marshall's code of ethics wasn't right. I'm like, nah, he doesn't stand for that shit. He's not really about that shit. He just, he's just trying to encourage his friends. He's just trying to, He's just trying to be encouraging to his friends. And then they laid it on thicker. Again, 2 weeks later, they show him at the weed store. Then they start playing all his music that shows that he is praising drugs and alcohol. Why didn't you show me this sooner? Why didn't you see it? It was always there. You have to walk away from this man. Oh, no, man. No way. Yeah, they'll show you they're no good for you, dude. It doesn't matter how good they make you feel. They're no good for you, and this kind of energy is only going to attract people like that, bro. You can let this one go. You're letting go of an energetic field that you attract. It's hard. That's just one off the top of my head. That one hurt. And the reason I'm seeing the conversation I had with Ali yesterday. When I let go of all of them, and I was in the light, it's in those videos. I don't know why he didn't catch it. I did. When I finally left the dark night of the soul and was placed back in the light, I'm crying. I can't see Pac. I can no longer talk to Marshall. Everybody's gone. All the darkness is gone. I'm just in the light with God and his angels. And Ali. Ali, I'm so scared. They're all gone. Everybody's gone. I don't know what to do, Ali. Ali was in the light with me. Ali brings me back to the light. You know what I mean? It was kind of funny. He shared that thing, and it's like, that happened yesterday morning. I didn't speak on any of it. But it's like, they said, you're going to fall in love again. It's like, dude, I fall in love with Ali every time I find Ali. Just love that guy. Fully love him. You know what I mean? In the sense of, but going back to it, it's like, you have to let go, but there's always somebody there to catch you. You're never going to be fully alone. And that's Michael Jackson. Him and that song. Jesus, dude, you guys wait too. You won't fully see those videos until way later after the documentary, you know, in the full spectrum, but you'll see every day, all day, he's singing it to me. He's singing it to me through me. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are never alone. He didn't stop singing it until I fully knew it. And even then, he fully kept reminding me. And that's why I try to tell you, I am never alone, bro. Like, I am so not alone. Like, not never, ever. But when you're in the dark night of the soul, as I teach you guys, when you're going into this is your trial for today. You're going into the game. That's the loneliest you'll feel. You can feel the detachment where they're gone. That's you against the world. You know when you're in a trial. When it's the end game, though. They're not there. You can feel it. You'll wake up in the morning feeling all alone. It's like, it's game time. But they're not. They're just watching you, and they can't interfere. That's the detachment. When you're really playing your game, that's where it is. I've had Pac come in the middle of it when I'm just like, you know what I mean, all game-wise and shit. That's what I mean about breaking the rules, because they're not supposed to interfere. But he'll make his presence known to change my direction. You know what I mean? Definitely. Now, going back to this, what this means is just, you know, all of this lies within you. Now is not a time to act, but to retreat, think, and meditate. You may find your dreams and intuitions are very powerful at this time. The other world may be trying to break through with small signs and unexpected encounters that you should take note of. And that's it. When you're on the other side of the veil, on the other side of your energy is what I saw. When you take off the masculine and put on the feminine, then you're part of everything again. You know what I mean? When you stop worrying about the world outside and you sit in your inside world, then the other world can contact you. Your views are changing and your life with them. You are about to undergo a new level of enlightenment and spiritual development. That's where I started the post. I'm going through a portal. I don't know where I'm going. All I can see is where I've been. I've changed my direction. Over the weekend, they gave me a whole new direction to go, and now I'm a little overwhelmed. Well, do I sit down? What am I supposed to do? Just sit still. That can be hard. Meaning I have so much to do, but I don't know what to start and what to do first and where to go. You know what I mean? They've given me all of this to, you know, again, your intuition and dreams. They've given me all of these, you know, creative projects. And it's like, okay, I'm ready to go. What do I do? Just hold still. We haven't, you know what I mean? And that's it. It's like you have to wait for this to materialize. You have to wait for the reality to open up for it, the doors to open so you to walk in and know what you're doing. You don't just seize control. You surrender control and seize the moments that they tell you to walk in. And that's what I said. I get so much work doing nothing that when I do actual work, it's minimal because I've already done all of the work inside. And that's just fighting my mind. You know what I mean? What my mind thinks we should be doing. And I wait until I know what I'm supposed to do next. The High Priestess can be oh, here it goes. You may be inspired to be creative, and this is a particularly good card for poets and writers. And that's it too. It's like, where do I channel this? I've got so much going on. The High Priestess can be a noble spiritual woman who enters your life, either as a friend, teacher, or lover, who can show you the world of the mystical, erotic, and spiritual. She may, however, block you from moving ahead too far and too fast, and this is part of her wisdom. To see too much at once would overwhelm you and invite madness. I saw that last night. So I haven't opened this Patreon thing, but they were giving me the ideas of how to make these tiers, right? And one of them is my erotic teachings. I saw this vision of me taking those videos that are locked down and uploading them into my Patreon. But you have to be a special level of tier to access those videos. Meaning you had to have been a member for so long. You've had to have, you know what I mean? You can't just access that. That's not just for anyone. You can't teach magic to just anyone. They have to learn grounding techniques. They have to go through certain levels of this before I can fully teach you magic. On magic. So I saw that. Basic outline of what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it like probably really cheap for just like, you know what I mean? $1.99 a month so that you can catch all of those. But then there'll be levels, there'll be other tiers. And my whole plan is, I'm going to sum up the documentary within 2 hours. And then every one of those videos that I actually got, step by step, I'm going to upload them once a week as like a series on my Patreon. And that one's going to be very expensive. I don't know how far I can drive it, but I'm serious. It's going to be probably like $30 a month to watch that. And that's it. So there'll be different stages just to get started, though. Probably, you know what I mean, $2.99, $1.99 a month to keep you going. And that's just to keep this going. And so, you know, I'm seeing all of this stuff play out. But in the sense of, you know, holding you back, nah. You don't have the mind capacity to use this properly. You're going off of your own, you know what I mean, desires based on insecurities and fears, lack mentality. You're using it because you don't believe in God. That's not how this works. If you want to have effective magic like I do that never fails, you have to work with God in your magic and let Him show you how to work your magic. And only for good things. And that's where people get irritated with me. Why don't you conjure up a love spell or, you know what I mean, prosperity? And that's not the lessons He's teaching me. And I'm fighting to learn how to love. I'm fighting to, you know what I mean, leave those ideas of prosperity. So that's the opposite. That's the polar opposite of what I'm learning over here. And you know, why would you do that? Because you don't trust God. You don't trust God that He's going to provide you with love. That you will be abundant one day. You're not grateful for what you do have. You just want more. Down to beauty spells. You want to look beautiful. Why don't you look beautiful now? Who the fuck said you weren't? You know what I mean? And that's what I mean is like, teaching you this is without the right mentality. You're just using it for wasteful things. Trying to change things. It's wasteful. It really just is. You know what I mean? I look at Wolfman and it's complete nonsense. It's like, that's not what the powers... God didn't give you powers to make your life great. You can do that without any magic. That's trust and faith in Him. Instead, you go and pray to these other deities, Wolfman, and you're trying to get their powers to make your life so great. God made your life, bro. Go to the Creator and ask Him what you need to do to be great. And I assure you, it's not going to feel great. Greatness doesn't come with great feelings. It comes with, you know what I mean, endurance, trials, tribulations, a lot of tears, a lot of fighting fears, a lot of falling down. A lot of getting back up. You can't just go pray to some God and fill your head with this nonsense that your life is great and your greatness. That goes back to it. It's like, when am I right with God? When you've gotten right with God. Nobody's going to tell you you're right with God. You know God. Inside and out, and God knows you. And you don't hide any secrets from God. You can't anyways. You just think so. You're just very secretive. You're hiding from yourself, to be honest. So, you know, To see too much would overwhelm you and invite madness. If you really, you know what I mean? If you really could see what I see, you know, and no. Because even at my age, whatever age you are, whenever it happens, as we go through these new levels of gifts and shit like that, your skin fears such things because your skin's been told that it's bad. When I go to places that, you know what I mean? Killings, you know, all of this stuff, these things that, these places that you fear and shit. You know, I talk about it. It's like my soul tribe. Their faith is too weak for me to take them in the middle of the dark to a haunted place and them know that we need to do this in the name of the Lord. Their skin will fucking freak. Their skin will freak. And those things feed off of your fear. All things feed off of your fear. The government feeds off your fear. Religion feeds off your fear. Your baby daddy feeds off your fear. Everybody feeds off of what you're scared of. Fear no man, is what he said. But in the essence, no, I can't show you everything, bro. It scared the shit out of you. You'd be so fucking scared in your skin. My skins get scared too. My faith is stronger than my fears. My faith talks over my fears. But yeah, bro, you're gonna be fucking scared all the fucking time. It's not all fucking good shit, bro. Going back to it, I was watching this movie on Hulu. I just finished it up. I started it last night. It was called True Story with James Franco and Jonah Hill, and it was about a killer who killed his wife and kids, and this journalist that took the whole story and wrote it. And it's like, all my life I've been drawn to these people that have crimes of passion. Why? Because as the Lilith, I can understand how your mind can snap in your feelings and you can do something unconceivable and yet have no recollection of what you've done because it was a moment of passion where you couldn't control your feelings. You know what I mean? I've always been interested in the psychology of human beings and what makes them do what they do. I've always been a person that's watched all kinds of documentaries, and especially about the most violent criminals. And it was the one in Colorado that changed everything. I was watching his. The one that killed his pregnant wife and his 2 children and put them in the fucking oil tank. In the documentary, they're asking him, or he said as he was driving his kids to work in the back seat, knowing what he was going, or he's like, I don't know why I didn't save them. I don't know why I did what I did. I don't know what I was thinking. You don't. You're not thinking. You're feeling. And what was he feeling? Fear. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? And then they have to clean up that, you know what I mean? They try to make it better. They sit in front of these courtrooms and they tell them, I'm innocent. I didn't do what you said. Or I may have did it, but not what you said I did. I didn't do it how you said I did it. I don't remember what I did. There's all of these answers, right? All of them were in their feelings when they did it, and they couldn't control their feelings. And their mind told them, this is what you should do. They listened to the voice inside of their head that thought it was the right thing to do. Going back to yesterday's teaching, it's like people don't do the wrong thing. They're always trying to do what's right. Only later have they been made aware that what they did was wrong. And it may take them a long time to understand their wrongdoings, why they're trying to explain why they did what they did. And eventually they will see the error of their ways and try to be better. It takes them a long time to even see what they've done. All of this makes you very dangerous as a human being. Anybody can kill in a moment of, you know what I mean, pain or fear. Most of them, you know what I mean, they were hurt by somebody's actions. And so they hurt someone else because they were hurting. just want to point that out. It's like the main purpose of what I do over here is to get you through these scary feelings that can literally hurt yourself and others. And to understand that these feelings can become uncontrollable and make you something that you're not. And can ruin your life. We need to find forgiveness in the fact that we get overwhelmed in our feelings, and we must learn how to deal with our feelings. I'm not saying any of you guys are any of those things, but if you've ever done something that you're ashamed of, the point of what you did was you acted in your feelings and you're ashamed of how you acted. But you don't accept what made you act that way. And I do. I saw that blink. Just want to share that with you, you know what I mean? To see too much would overwhelm you and invite madness. Reverse possibility. There is something that you're not seeing. See what I mean? The psychic insight you're receiving may be confusing or misinterpreted, meaning what you're going after is not psychic, it's not even guided. You're going after an illusion, a creation in your mind. You're going after an imaginary idea that's not real. I mean, it's real. You're making it very real. Like Kanye, he really believes the shit that's it. You believe your own lies and you try to make other people believe what you believe. But it's not the truth. It's your truth. But it's not, you know what I mean? It's not true to the rest of us. You may be plagued by bad dreams and nightmares. Perhaps you're not listening to your intuition or ignoring something you know deep down to be true. And that's it too. It's like, no, they're not cheating on me. They're not cheating on me. You're lying to yourself, bro. Just because you're scared. You're scared to face this. But you've known for a long time, bro. Please don't make me do this, God. It's going to ruin everything. Yeah, but this was already ruined. You were living a lie. It may be that you're too busy with everyday concerns to pay attention to your emotions and spirituality, that perhaps you have completely retreated from the world to spend all your time navel-gazing and are not paying attention to real life. And that's what happens. You miss everything. You're too busy. You're not seeing the red flags. You're not seeing the guidance. You're not listening to the songs. You're not seeing God tell you. You're staying too busy. And in essence, you're daydreaming. You're all in your thoughts, staring at your belly button is what that means. The reverse high priestess can also mean that you've been busy gaining occult knowledge on a superficial level without any comprehension of its true significance. And that would be Wolfman. What's the point of learning it all, only to turn around and try to fill your bed and your pockets and your stomach? That's not what spirituality was made for, bro. Again, you know what I mean? He spends all this time learning it on a superficial level to try to turn around and teach somebody what he knows how to do with it. But he's not doing anything with it. He's chasing the hunger in his stomach. Same as all the rest of these men. Meaning they have no spirit to them. They're still working through their flesh and the desires of their flesh. Whatever the mind wants. Whatever the fucking gut wants. Whatever your dick wants. You have no self-control. You don't even identify that this is what part of yourself is guiding you. You don't work with the spirit. Not any of them, because you're not working with your own. If you're constantly chasing, which you do, Oscar, you're just chasing the next idea to the next idea to the next idea. God's not taking you anywhere there. There's no learning there. There's no growth. You go to a new place just to take a picture, to have clout, to find a girl to sleep with, to eat some food, to, you know what I mean? And away you go to the next location. There's no growth at any place. You're just saying that, you know what I mean? You're expanding, but all you're doing is chasing. Next girl, next food, next country, next this, next that, next. You can't stay still with yourself at all. I want to point out that when we met you, you were in Dubai. You had been dating a girl for I think you said something like 6 months. She was a Gemini. I caught all of this during a live video that you and your friend Gary were having. Both of you are Aries dating Geminis. You had good relationships, you were personable, you were this. What happened to you, Oscar? You took off to Egypt to go praise, to do all this religious work, supposedly, all this ritual work, and have never caught yourself since. You've fallen deeper and deeper and deeper into your shadows. You went looking for the dark goddess, and that's what you got, was your shadows. Now you're living them. Now you're living them. Your videos have no substance. They have no excitement. You're just sitting there looking at the camera and trying to be, trying to be charming or, sophisticated, but you come out looking stupid. At least you stopped drinking coffee and explaining that your stupidity was on the coffee. But in essence, it's all on a superficial level without any comprehension of its true significance, possibly merely to impress others. You are a charlatan. She can also mean that you have failed to come to terms with yourself. And if you are a man, it can indicate you're overly emotional and make yourself a doormat for others. You're a literal little butt plug, bro. That's what you literally are. You're out there to plug women. I think you think you're doing women as a sacrifice by helping them explore their sexuality. You're not doing anybody a service. You're a sex toy that women use, of a certain age too, with low, these are women of low self-esteem that think by sleeping with you they can feel better about themselves. It's an equal give and take because you feel the same way with these basic hoes. But again, basically you're just like all the rest of my bros. Move on, please. And I want to go back to that. No offense to all you Aries, but I gotta hit you with this. I'm gonna hit you hard. Aries is the first sign of the zodiacs, correct? You are the weakest members of the link. You are the weakest members of the link. You are identity. Without. Aries signifies identity, which means all of you that are Arians are completely confused, looking to find out who you are in all things. Can I get the rest of the 11 signs to stand up and look down upon our Aries real quick? Don't you dare try to put us up. When we're watching you put yourself down all the time, I don't know an Aries that doesn't make themselves look like an idiot trying to discover themselves out here. That's the core substance of an Aries, is discovery, self-discovery. You have no self. Your whole existence is discovering yourself in all things of this world until you realize who you were from another life. But you're going to spend this whole life trying to have a life. Hey, what's the rest of your guys' zodiac signs? Are we talking about these bunk-ass Libras, where the whole definition of a Libra is balance? You spend your whole life searching for balance. Never having it. Your whole life is about trying to find balance. You are an unbalanced. Your whole life's journey is about finding balance. Alright, let's go on to the more fun signs like myself, Sagittarius. What are we here to do? Optimism and adventure and rebellion. We are here to have fun. We are here to have fun under the sun and take our shot and always be optimistic and not let nobody stop us ever. We are part beast and part animal. Understand what you really are and wear it. But don't try to put on something you ain't. Geminis, what are you? Two-faced. Two sides to the coin. Two sides to every coin. You're a fucking walking duality. Correct? Correct. Shall we keep going? Learn what you are before you try to tell somebody what you ain't. I know you rams are trying to ram through the rest of this, year like you're powerful, but I just want you to be aware of you're the spark of what could happen. You're the spark of what could happen, but when we get to the end of it, we're what really does happen. There's nothing that happens in the beginning of the year. It's just the spark of year. The sprout. You're a seedling. The sprout is identity. Here comes their little identity. Then we go through our 12 houses. Welcome to my house. Anyway, spiritual work at hand. The sun will come out tomorrow. All things made great. Going back to it. What's your sun sign? Do you walk in your sun sign? Nope. Come on, Beth. Temperance, Tower. Sun comes after the moon. Here we go. The Sun card is the light that comes after the darkness, signifying a positive outcome of the struggle. That's the song I heard. I can see clearly now the rain. I'm going to put on a pretty dress. A sundress. Ah, that was good shit, God. Things may not have been as bad as you feared, and the phantasmas and fears of the night melt away in the dawn. That's it. I was like, fuck, that was a hard ride. What the fuck? What the fuck kind of ride was that this weekend? Dude, I cut all kinds of cords, bro. And I felt it in my body, bro. We are so done. You are done, bro. You are so done. We set fucking... I set fire to the rain. Bro, not ever. Never, ever, never, ever, bro. Come try to talk to me in 20 years. Watch me turn you away. I saw it was Marshall that tries to open the door. They want to talk to you. You talk to them. I made a promise all those years ago I would not talk to them in this life. I don't care if he's dying. I don't care if you die today or 20 years from now. I will never speak to you in this life. You will never. You thought you could get away with everything. No, you can get forgiven for everything. You're not getting away with shit. Go away. For all of life. For all of life, bro. If we're at a festival at the same time in the same place, you best believe that all my people are going to keep you the fuck away from me. I don't never want to see you in my crowds. Or anyone that looks or thinks like you. Nobody that has a frequency like you, bro. Ain't nobody like you. Anybody that likes you is not welcome in my crowd, too. You're guilty by association. Choose. Choose. It is a fucking two of swords going forward for everybody. You must make choices. You need to man up and choose a side. That's it. Whose side are you on? You can't serve two gods. Are you serving man or are you serving God? You serving your fucking ego and your flesh, or are you serving your spirit and everybody else's? The shit you want on a regular day is only to make you feel good about you. It has nothing to do with anybody but you. How you can seize your day for you and yours. Fuck you and yours. That kind of fucking, breathe. That kind of selfish attitude needs to die. People like that need to die. Self-centeredness needs to die. This is about, you know what I mean, an openness to the actuality that there are other people out there that need us. Not how bad you need something. And your needs are pathetic. You're a child that needs attention. When the sun comes out, and I'm not speaking to just him, how many of you are on your own pursuits today to fill your bucket? Right? Fill your pockets. Fill your fucking, you know what I mean? Fill everything. You want to fill yourself up. And you don't care who goes without, as long as you got a full bucket at the end of the week, right? That you're fed. You don't care who you steal from, who you lie to, who you step on the way to get yours, to get your bag. I saw Robin Hood. Grab them. They got a full bag. Grab them and let's go feed the people. Take from the rich to feed the poor. Take from the rich to feed the poor. What's made them rich is robbing the poor. Robin Hood. Ooh! Robin the Hood. Write that down. Holy Spirit. Damn it. My book's in the car. You be Robin the Hood. Robin the Hood. That's what y'all are doing, bro. You're robbing people's fucking belief systems. Again, creative energy overflowing. Let's see. Wow. The sun is a kind of rebirth that assures you the dark days are over. When the sun comes out, he brings hope, success, passion, enthusiasm, confidence, youthful energy, health, and abundance. This is your day in the sun. It is a time for fun, creativity, self-expression, and joy of life. Yeah, Marshall would forgive you before I would. He has more compassion and understanding for you than I do. That's what I said, yeah. You'd have to go through him before you could... He would have more understanding towards you than I would at this time in our lives. You have a better chance of him relating to him than me going through him. That's the truth. At this point in our energetic field, he has more. He would deal with you before I would. But would you approach him? Then don't you fucking dare come near me. That's how simple it is. If you wouldn't talk to Marshall Mathers on the streets, then don't talk to fucking Lucky the Phoenix on the streets, bro. Don't never approach me, because I'm twice him. I'm all of him, times 10. If you're not bold enough to approach one of my men, then don't you dare come to me. Understand? Okay then. Keep your fucking scary ass over there. Going back to this bullshit. The hardships you've endured have given you new insight. Things that were obscured became clear, and everything falls in place. What does this mean? He's going to spend his whole eternity doing this, and I'm not doing this with him. That's all it is. Just when you think they can't go any lower. No, dude, that's all they're doing is seeing how low can they go, bro. There's no ceiling to this. There's no ceiling to how low he will go. Enough. You've gone low enough. You stay there. You've dug your grave, now die in it. You wanted to keep trying to play, dude. Go play games with someone else. This is not even, you're not even part of this. And you always haven't been. You were always set apart as the fucking little crying baby on the side, playing with sticks and stones, not welcome in the conversation. You're absolutely the definition of rejection. While the moon's gift was over fears and illusions, clarity and intellect, philosophy and science, it required passive surrender. The sun is active, beaming its radiant energy into the world. A bright flash of enlightenment brings about transformation. This is a higher level of consciousness that enables you to see things from beyond your individual awareness. That's what happens in a tower. You get a higher perspective, a higher understanding, and you walk in a different direction. Now that you've seen things differently, you take different actions. Where you were going is no longer where you're going, because you see where you were heading and you change your direction. And that's what a timeline jump means. That's what an ascension means. You're going in the same fucking direction you've always been going because you have the same fucking mentality. You're still chasing the same shit. You will get the same outcome every time. You have not changed your mentality. You have not changed your direction on how you approach this, or even if you should be approaching it any further. You're still following your thoughts into this destruction, meaning you're going nowhere. Someone like me can have their thoughts changed, create a new reality, and go in a different direction. You cannot accept new information and act on it, which means you're not an alchemist. You can't take in any kind of new raw material and put it into play, which means create off of this raw material. All you can do is run to other people and do what they do. You are the definition of what I said yesterday in the difference between my children. We have followers and we have leaders. My son will always look to everyone else to know what is best. He will always look to me for guidance. He will always look to someone around to see what he should do. That's you. Me and my daughter and people like me, we will always look away from you and do our own thing. Could it be that she's a Sagittarius like me? Possibly. Or could it be that she's Joan of Arc and she's always done that? Possibly. Could it be the fact that there has always been us versus you? We are here to guide people like you. In the event of an emergency, are you the person to stand up and take control of the people, do what's best for the people, guide the people, protect the people, find a way out for the people and not just yourself? Or are you going to grab your little friends and family and go run out there, here, this is what we're going to do, don't tell anybody. That's your mentality. Is all you care about is self-preservation for you and your children, your best friend, your mommy, whatever the case may be. You're going to call a specific few and try to help just who's important to you. You could care less about everybody else's life. You're not going to run down the street and tell everyone that, to get out of their house and come. You're not going to save anyone. And in essence, you probably can't save yourself because you're looking to everyone else to guide you out of this trouble. We are the lights. We will show you a way out of this, and we will tell you to have faith and to calm the fuck down. Don't be so fearful. Where's God? God's got us. That's the difference, bro. You're a fucking follower. You always have been. You're following everybody else's teachings, repeating everybody else's words, wearing everybody else's clothes, acting and dressing like everybody else. You're just another one of them. You're another one of the flock that I have to lead out. But in essence, your mentality, thinking you're so superior, will keep you outside of my flock. And I'll keep my flock safe from someone like you, who's out to just get theirs inside of the flock, who will rape and steal and kill anyone in the flock to feed themselves. You are a sheep, and you're a wolf in sheep's clothing, is what they say. Well, I don't wear the sheep's clothing. I'm a full-ass fucking wolf. I can recognize this real quick. It brings the realization that life is not a mundane drudgery, but spiritual and eternal. Meaning this is a spiritual battle of pushing my life to its limits. The energy of the sun is within your soul, ever present, waiting to shine. And I spoke of that yesterday in Sunday's video about the sun and what it means. Your sun sign, on page 169. The sun reversed still is a positive card, but some clouds now appear in the sky. It can suggest a simple, happy time, such as a holiday, but suggests that there are some mingling worries in the background. The light is not as bright as it could be, and maybe you are feeling that you are in someone else's shadow, or perhaps you've lost your enthusiasm and joy in life. I'm being guided to tell all you this because I myself am the producer of my documentary. What if I choose not to use any of you? And I said that. I'm the one that chooses whose names and what stories to tell. What if I eliminate you? I mean, eventually they'll see through all the videos later. But the full documentary, I have control to eliminate what, you know what I mean, what part of the story to tell. What if I don't tell the twin flame story? What if I don't tell about you and you never existed in my story? And I can just go on without you. You're not the most important part of my story. You were a part, but I can decide what parts of the story to tell. And then we can show the whole story later. And then again, it'll just show why I didn't mention your names, because you were fucking assholes and users through my whole story. But either way, it's not, you know, beneficial to you. It's going to ruin you. You have no claim to this because you didn't claim your birthrights through God. You just watched and irritated me and annoyed me and tried to, you know, rape, steal, and kill my work. Who? All of you? Allie, did you not write songs to me weekly? How many of your songs, when we go through those 32 songs there, Mike Stud, are going to be related to my teachings and time-stamped? That you watch my video and then you put this in a song. Just like Russ. Would that be you too over there, Marshall Mathers? Did you apply my teachings to your life to make yourself better, Logic? And you wonder why I really don't have anything nice to say to any of you. You didn't treat me nice. You used me. You used, abused, rejected, and neglected me. Took what you wanted, raped me for what you wanted, every one of my fucking pages, for what was good for you. Did not care how it would feel to me. You just wanted to make yourself big on, you know what I mean, on TV. Down to Kanye, who's repeating all my fucking words now. How funny is this? You didn't have a thought in your head till you got pulled back on my channel. Now every fucking one of your interviews and words are mine. Mine. You can say you read them in a book somewhere, but then, you know, going back to your journalism, prove it. You guys are gross. Filthy individuals that I loved and forgave and allowed to do this. You're absolute Judas. Absolute Judas. Anything for a couple of coins. What's the outcome, Lord? Oh, that would be you. Self-imposed bondage. I love this story. It's a hilarious story, but I'm not really in the mood for it right now. Swords is your mind again. Oh, everybody get your, you have 1 week to get your tarot cards ready. What's wrong with your income that you can't afford a $30 pack of fucking tarot cards? You can't do that? You have jobs and work full time and all this shit and you can't do it? That's funny because I've been homeless and jobless for 3 years and I have over 40 packs of cards. Are my priorities wrong or are yours? Get a fucking pack of cards by the end of the week so I can teach you. And while you're at it, you might want to go find a Bible too. Sense of you morons. I want to take my healing serious. Well then seriously work on you. Seriously work on you. How much more time do I got to give you? This is about you giving you time. I just want to point that out. That irritates me. I want to heal. Then heal. I'm doing what I can. I've given you over, what is there? There's over 500 fucking videos on my page that can go into any area of your life and you can start focusing on your healing. You want to talk to someone, okay, but that's a lot of time and shit. Are you going to, you know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? The same shit that's on my channel that you could have already talked to yourself about? This is a self-healing journey. I'm just here to guide you. I want you to be fully aware of that. I'm not holding your hand. Nobody's holding mine. You gotta take this shit serious, bro. Or seriously, get the fuck on with my life and don't ask me why your life sucks. Because you don't give yourself no time and energy. I'm giving you an opportunity I'm teaching you how to use divination and understand how to use tarot to heal yourself and communicate with God. Do you want to take that opportunity for yourself, or you want to sit there and fucking be hurting over some bullshit? I'm trying to find ways to get you connected to God to where you can do this on your own. And I show you how it looks and what to do. But I'm not doing this for you. Nobody is. Everybody else is going to be hurting and healing, and you're going to be sitting there trying to fucking, you know what I mean, look all smart and shit. The Eight of Swords is a card of bondage and constraint. Whether the cause is an illness, disability, dead-end job, relationships, or financial circumstances, you may be feeling lonely and isolated. The dilemma is self-created as the restrictions lie in your own mind. It is bondage to your own fears and self-limitations. You're too afraid, and you don't think you can do it. Sounds like a you problem, bro. You are your own problem. You don't even ask yourself why you can't do it. You just accept that you can't do it. And sit there hurting about the fact that you can't do some shit. You told yourself you couldn't do it. Maybe somebody else told you too, but you're the one that believes that bullshit. And your fears. What would people think? I don't know, people pleaser, but I promise you, no matter what you do, they're going to think. It's in their nature. Who cares what they think? It's all negative. They're not thinking positive about you. Is your grandma alive praying for you? Your mom's not judging you? Your friends aren't judging you? Shut the fuck up. Who cares what they think? Do what makes you happy. Or just stay unhappy, as I always say. You think you can't escape, but you can. You think you don't have options, but you do. You don't think, period. As I say this, it's like you think you can't. No, you don't think. You just accept. I don't feel like you're thinking this through. I think you're just accepting failure at face value. What's the failure? You. I could never do that. Then you shall never do it. Watch the rest of us whip. And watch you sit there in your fears wishing that you had the strength to do such a thing. What's the difference between us and you? We don't wish, we just do. We're scared too. We're not going to let that fear stop us. Like you. That's what it means to be a leader and a follower. Leaders aren't afraid. We're not fearless. We have to overcome them over and over and over and over and over to where we get a sense of confidence that it will be okay. But every time you do something you never did before, you're afraid to do it. But if you ever want to do anything with your life, you're going to have to work through that fear and do it. If you think yourself as a victim, you have handed over your power to others and allow yourself to be constrained by their rules. What would people say? What would my mom say? Who gives a fuck? Aren't you grown? I was 15 with the I don't give a fuck attitude. 16, married, children, house. Shut up. Oh, don't you want to get married, have children, and a house? It didn't really work out all those times. I'm not really kind of feeling it, but God says I have to repeat this and do better. Not really. I've already had this fucking experience twice. You guys want to live in these fucking bunk-ass experiences. Just saying. Take responsibility for yourself. Use the positive power of swords to think your way through the situation. I don't know. Pray. That's all I heard. Pray. Because you can't think. Pray to God that He helps you. That He comes and picks you up and drags you through the valleys. Shut up, bro. Take some action. Or watch somebody else do it and follow them, follower. I won't tolerate your fucking victimhood in this world. We're all a victim of God's rule. Learn the lesson and keep going. That's it. I might be kinder to children, but it's the same thing. I'm talking to a bunch of grown-ass children. It's just that simple. You want something done, then do it. Stop acting like you can't do anything, that you're just a fucking pussy, bro. That you have no fucking choices. That you can't seize anything. That makes you powerless to everything. That means you're a loser to me, bro. I can't quit my job. Why? Because you're scared? People quit their jobs all the time. What the fuck's wrong with you? You don't know how to get another job? You're paralyzed by your own fear? You have mental illnesses, bro. Seriously. I could never leave this girl. Why? Nobody else will ever like you again? Or you'll never find another one? What's wrong with you? You're a fucking pussy. That's how I feel about it, bro. I can be understanding in the beginning why you're in it, but I'm not gonna sit there and baby you through the fucking your pussy-ass mentality. You're being a pussy, bro. Yeah, I know you're scared. Just do it. Stop being a pussy. You don't understand. The fuck I don't. I've been nothing but scared this whole ride. Terrified. But I kept going. Nothing but scared. Because I don't know. I have no control. You're scared because you can't grasp control. I don't know, whatever, bro. You just, like, whoever you are. I don't feel like you're powerful. I feel like you're powerless to your thoughts, bro. You're paralyzed by your own fears. By your own programming. And that goes back to, you know, these loser-ass twin flames. You're a pussy to me. After fucking 3 years, you still listen to your mind's fears of me? Get away from me. And that's what I said about Ali. It's like, once in a while, and of course, he had been fasting for 3 days. He wasn't in his flesh. He wasn't feeding his flesh. His spirit was strong. Show her that you're there. That's stronger than the rest of you pussies. You just watch me all the time. Throw rocks and hide. Don't want nobody to know. I fucking know, bro. Why? Because you turn around and say everything I say. You repeat everything I say. You're a copycat. I know you were listening because you repeat it right after you hear it. You want to be the first one to say it. I said it first, loser. You don't even know how to act in it. You and your acting career. Your wild experience. Yeah, you're in for an experience, let me tell you. Let's see. Reverse meaning. You have been through a difficult period but are beginning to see a way through. You can gain temporary relief from your problems by distancing yourself from them. Meaning you are the problem. Go away. I don't have any problems. You are full of problems. Every time I look at you, I get uncomfortable and it causes a problem for me. You're not my problem. You're problematic to yourself and anybody that entertains your energy. You know what I mean? You're over the top problematic. And that's it. Having a conversation with any of these men. I don't care what's going on in your life. That's your life. That's your problem. None of those are my problems. I didn't create any of these problems. I don't have any problems. I don't have any. You could say I have blockages or barriers, but I don't. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. No, you're supposed to have a house by now. Says who? You want to tell me where I live and where I work and what my plan is? You want to create my life for me so that I can be boring and lame like you? You want me to have a normal, lame life like you? No, thank you. You go ahead and put that on your children or your best friend. Tell them where to rent a house, what job to work for, who to date, what to eat, where we should go this weekend. Go tell everyone else how to live their life. Why yours sucks. This will enable you to gain a better perspective on what faces you, which may not be as bad as you feared. Do not be afraid to ask for help from friends and professionals. On page 33. And that's it too. I'm waiting to talk to, we're just time. You know what I mean? We have different times and stuff, so I'm waiting to talk to my videographer to see what he says before I get too deep into all of this footage and shit. And that's it. You know, I just kind of diving in, getting our feet wet, seeing what we're going to do and how this is going to work. Again, I know my songs now to be the soundtrack to, it's going to be a soundtrack to my documentary. So it's not about a separate project, but the project is that. It's part of the original project. It's not a separate project at all. Neither is, you know, the Patreon. It's not a separate project. It's all part of the main project. We're just expanding into different areas. We're, you know, expanding our business portfolio. We're taking our project to other platforms, is what that means. So let's have a look at it real quick here. Moon Day, day of reflection. Go inwards, not outwards. That's where you're going to find all your answers, right? You're going to have to break through your restrictions that you've put upon yourself, your limitations. This is typically shit you should be doing on a Friday, but you have left your homework, did not do it on Friday, and now here we are on a Monday and them telling you to do it again. Now, same with me. Doesn't matter. I'm sitting here in my intuition, I'm getting lots of insight, but I too have to push my limited belief systems. My limits. I have to push my limits. I can't play a victim to what is going on. I have to see what's going on and seize it. I'm going to take one of these swords, cut myself out of this bullshit, and go find a new way of life. And that's what it is. As a pioneer, as a leader, as an adventurer, you're not afraid of what lies in front of you. You have, it's not that you have all confidence in yourself or your weapon. It's that you know you are not out there by yourself. God has brought me to this. He's bringing me through this. When you're all tied up in these moments where you can't find a way out, you're blindfolded. This is exactly how we came to Earth. This is what he did to us. He tied our hands behind our back. He covered our eyes, and he made us deaf to the truth. And he said, go out there and have a good life. Come back home when you're done. We can't see. We can't hear. We can't move. Why are our hands tied behind our back? Because of what we've been told. Why can't we see the truth? Because it's because of what we've been told. Why can't we hear the truth? Because of what we've been told. It keeps us lame victims to society, to mass consciousness. We have to do what we're told. She believes that she has to sit here and be saved by Christ, I guess. That's what this story is about. It's a crazy story about, you know, all kinds of trials and tribulations, and finally she's just waiting there to be saved. I've given up. I'm waiting for someone to save me. And the fool ends. The story says, why don't you just save yourself? Don't be silly. My husband's come. I need to wait for my husband. Why can't you save yourself from your own situation? And are you a victim to it? Or did you create this? You built this house. We built this city on rock and... Thanks. You built this house and everything. You're the constructor of your life. You're not a victim to it. Your thoughts create it. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You thought it, and then this happened. Keep your thoughts to yourself, in essence, and work through your thoughts and have better thoughts. Don't be thinking so negative on people. And that's what happened, is you thought this was going to happen to them, and now it's happening to you. As above, so below. Meaning, what you think, you know, above, so below. What you think will come into this world. You shall reap what you've sown. Meaning, it's not even about action. You were taking action in your manifestations. You were giving it too much thought. You really thought you wanted this person to hurt. So now those thoughts are really going to hurt you. You can't put that hurt on somebody. I mean, you did. Not only did you think it, but you've probably been terrorizing that person too. Trying to make their life hell. Why? Because it makes you feel good to see them hurting. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're a bully, bro. And that goes back to them. No. Enough with your antagonizing. Go bully someone else. You're not getting away with it, because if I pulled out my sword, you'd be dead. I'm holding back. They showed me your childhood secrets. Do you think I don't know them? Do you think I couldn't tell the world what's really wrong with you and have them judge you as a monster? I know what you've done. But I also know what's been done to you and what made you that monster and why you do this to other people. I have compassion of Christ. I can look at a killer and understand why they killed and have compassion for the killing that they've done. Could you? Or you only see the blood and murder, you only see the bodies in front of you and want justice. Just saying. I don't know. It's all in there for you. Take control of your life. Stop being a victim to it. Stop creating this. You created this life, bro. Create a new life. The end of this just means that you'll begin something new. But if you're not going to let it end, then you're just going to die in hell. You created your own hells for yourselves. And you just want to, you know what I mean? You're content with dying. I don't know. I'm seeing Bobby. I mean, realistically, keep doing it. Week after week after week after week after week. It's been 3 years for me. I've had quite the adventure. What have you done with your life? Still paying for the wife, huh? Lovely. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now, Bobby? Oh, in the same house or another one? More kids? Does that bring you happiness? A $2 raise? That brings you happiness. This is what you came here for? I guess Adam and Eve. I don't know. Some of us came to experience all things. I'm not talking to you. Why? Because lack of communication. I went out of my way to talk to you and you didn't freaking respond. Then I called your number and some weird person answered. You put me in a weird position. I don't even want to know what it is. If you want my help, then fucking follow the videos. That's how I am. I'm like, what happened? Nothing. This person said that they needed my help. So I reached out 2 times yesterday to help this person, only to find out that they don't want my help. It was just a spur of moment. I was feeling weak. Okay, well, take your weak ass and, go on with that shit. I don't appreciate that. I'm not a part-time person. That's why I don't give out my number. That's why I don't connect with people. You have poor communication skills. Yes, I understand that you have a schedule. I don't care. Simplistic. I don't care. It's like, that's why I don't fuck with y'all. Because it's just it's just irritating to me. You only need me when you need me. What do you need from me? You needed me yesterday, and then when I came to it, you didn't answer the door. No. I said no. You can keep texting me. I'm going to change my number. I'm a bitch like that. I'm a whole cunt like that. I am a whole cunt like that. Ask me how many times I've changed my number. I'll buy new phones just to be a cunt. In the sense of, I don't appreciate that, dude. This is why I don't get in friendships with people. It's called communications. If you can't communicate properly, I don't want to deal with you, dude. I'm not the person to sit around waiting on your fucking... I find it extremely disrespectful. All of us have a phone attached to our hip. It notifies us the second somebody is trying to contact us. You didn't find that important enough to contact me until the very next day. I don't want to talk to you again. I'm not going to give you an option to play this game on me again. You may be able to do this to other people, but you're talking to the Holy Spirit. If you get the Holy Spirit on the line, you don't put them on hold and say, I'll call you back later. No, you have my attention. What do you want? Oh, you can't talk right now? Okay, well, don't. Disconnect the line. And that's how I am. It's like, don't. I don't care about your excuses. It takes effort to have a connection. If you're not going to put effort into this connection like I am, then I'm disconnecting from this. I am very rigid about this. I put in as much effort as you, but when you don't put any effort, I'm out. I'm out. And that really bothered me yesterday. In the middle of my video, I see these fucking messages. Oh, I'm having a rough day. I'll come to you. I'll whatever. So then after I finally remembered, I sent messages. Are you okay? Would you like to meet? Something. I waited about 45 minutes. Nothing. So then I tried to call the number, and nobody answered. But then I get a call back from this number who is a totally different lady who says maybe it was this, that, or the other, and I don't really know your full name, and I don't know if you're calling me from a halfway fucking house, which really is what my spirit said. This is a halfway house number that you've called me from, which means there's more to your story than what you sat down and fucking told me. Whose number? Who are the people that are calling me that have my number now? And all of that. And that's it, is why weren't you fucking honest about whoever you are? What did you come to me for? Healing. What did I tell you I do? Where can you find this healing? You want a friend or you want a healer? What is this? And you don't treat either that way. So again, I tried to contact this person multiple times yesterday. I had to actually go where this person works. To go, you know what I mean? Like, so in all essence, I went over the top trying to help you to respond. And then you're going to come to me on a very busy day, which is a Monday, a moon day of reflection. And I'm looking back at this like, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not going to deal with anybody that does that type of shit. If I send you a message and you don't message me back in a respectable amount of time, do not expect me to message you again. You are allowed to act that way with other people. You have gotten away with that type of fucking miscommunication or disrespectful communication with other people your whole life. Not with me. I'm going to teach you real quick. I have a code of ethics and I have understanding. But at the same time, no. You saw that message or didn't, or where the miscommunication is you only talk to me when it's important to you, but you don't have time to talk when I'm trying. No, I don't want to hear it. Equal give and take. In essence, you're not giving me anything. I'm just sitting here listening to your fucked up life and how you need help. And I'm trying to provide you help, but then you don't want to respond. And I'm like an asshole for extending myself to a person that doesn't take it serious. It's not about pride. I mean, yeah, it's pretty obnoxious to my pride. But I'm not going to deal with people that can't even respond to text messages. That's how lame you are to me. If you can't hold a conversation, then we don't need to have a conversation. Sit down in the back of the room and take notes. You don't get to have a conversation with the High Priestess because you don't know how to have a conversation with the High Priestess. You can't maintain a conversation. And that's it. And that's what I mean. I don't fuck around, bro. All of you guys are just students. I don't need anything from you. Realistically, do I need my videographer? I need a videographer. And maybe I don't. And that's up to God, is we think we need things. And He'll show us that we can do things without everybody else. And that's what I'm going to find out. I'm going to have a conversation with him today, and I'm going to find out real quick if I actually need him, or if I just need to work harder on my own. And that's what it is. Did you need a boyfriend, or did you find out you didn't need a boyfriend? Did you need a friend, or you found out you really didn't need any friends? For some reason, these dark practitioners and people like yourselves think that because I don't have the things that you think are important, that I'm not happy. The things that you've made important bring you unhappiness. Your friends are a drag. Your boyfriend and girlfriend are a drag. Your house is lame and dirty and filthy and you can't pay your bills. It has no food. It has no hope. It has no life inside of it. Am I lying? Invite me over. Invite me over. Let's see what's in your house. What's in your pocket? It's a mausoleum of nothing. A tribute to your sad life. There's no life in there. Your boyfriend? Even lamer. He has nothing to say. He just sits at the table with you while you both stare at each other's, at your own personal accounts. He doesn't even have a conversation. He's as dumb as a doornail. You just ride that nail while he's, you know what I mean, hammering you. That's it. Same with your girlfriend. Dumb. Don't invite me to your house. Neither one of you have an intelligent thing to talk about. Well, these are my kids, and this is my dog, and this is my house, and this is what I do for a living, and this, and this, and this. All right, Adam. I'm out of here. Let me get a Oracle card to go. As I said that, I'm like, You guys need friends. You need family. You need other people. I just fell out. You need other people to feel a sense of something. You need this world because you don't have a spiritual world. I don't need this world. My spiritual world is all I need. Exchanging gifts. There's a perfect example. How much do you take from me and what do you give to me? You come and watch my videos every day and every day and every day and every day, but what do you give to me? I'm giving you all the healing I can give to you, but what do you give to me? What do I have to show for all this hard work I give to you? What do you give back? And even not to me, do you share it with anyone else in a good way? Or you use it to oppress someone else? There's no exchange, dude. It's just me giving. I'm God's giver. And what do I get back in return? It's unconditional, in the sense of I know you can't give me anything. When are you going to realize that? 27. The 27 club. 23, 24. 27 on 101. The laws of giving and receiving. Currency trade-offs, weighing the cost, and determining value. Oracle message. You are entering a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet, in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and committed heart and soul to what you are choosing to pursue. And that's what's funny, you know what I mean? Going back to, you know, you loser-ass celebrities, you're still on the same pursuit of the same bullshit that you've probably already had. You're just reliving time, older and older and older. I can't sit with Marshall and ask him what the fuck he's doing with his life. Any interviewer in the world could ask him and he couldn't even tell you. Any thought that comes into mind, anything his manager says, he's letting his life be managed by his music career. 53 years old and he's still chasing a music career. He's done nothing with his life. There is no happiness, no love, no memories, no nothing but his angry voice on wax. 53 years. And if you ask him what is he doing, work his next album. He knows nothing to do with this life. There's nothing in this life he can figure out to do with himself than that. Than rap. And he thinks he's a rap god because of it. But realistically, nobody cares what he has to say. It's not relatable. He's just talking shit about his fucked up life all the time. Lame. 55 years of a fucked up life. Keep holding on to it so you have plenty more to talk about. There's no goodness to talk about. He has had no goodness in his whole life. Because he's made his whole life about rap. How will he have any life if he doesn't give up what's consumed his whole life? So simplistic. Kanye, he's older than all of us. Same thing. He's got 6 kids. He just ruined a second marriage. All of this, and what is he doing? Same thing he was doing when he first came out here. Rap. Just making another album. Logic. Your new whatever, your side quest song looks great, but you're no better. Now you're about what, 35-year-old rapper? Right up there with NF, nearly 40. You're still doing the same thing you did when you were a teenager. Right, Russ? You're just you. You're no better than you. You're doing the same thing you want to do. You have no control over you. You have no self-discipline. You have no desires or dreams for anything new. You're just you. You can do it. You have what it takes to successfully if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. What value do you have to bring to my life, people? I bring you so much, but what are you bringing me? Animosity. Animosity is what I heard. Relationship. Love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all blessings awaiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you too. Love is truly yours today. I'm just quiet. It's like, are you going to accept someone's love and love them back? That's all it says. Are you ready to let someone love you and love them back? They're only going to love you as much as you love them. They'll hold back if you hold back. Are you ready not to hold back anymore? Prosperity message. All your hard work and efforts, your commitment to learning, creating, and spending your time wisely pays off in ways you have not been anticipating. The gifts of yourself, your time, your ideas, and energy of your attentions are being reciprocated by the universe, which is sending you signs and signals, aligning synchronistic meetings and opportunities to bring you success. That's it. They're bringing me the people that I need. Everything is an exchange. Keep doing what you're doing. Goodwill comes back tenfold. Protection message. Be careful what you pray for because you just might get it. I'm just quiet, staring at my cards. I prayed for Russ in a sense or two. I manifested him. I believed in him. I kept working at it for a fucking long time. And when I realized what he was, I was so afraid I was going to get it because of all of that energy I'd put into it. What if you end up with this guy? It was my biggest fucking fear. My biggest works was to get him healed and to me. But my biggest fear was that he was going to it would work and he would come near me. What am I going to do if this works? So in essence, not seeing him work gives me peace. But it still makes me feel bad because that's not where my intentions were. If I was to have to accept Russ, I'd have to face all fears. It would be the hardest challenge of all of my challenges. But it is what I had hoped for so long. I can get to him. I can fix him. We can be friends. We can fix this. And then there would be these moments where they'd tell me to reach out to him, and I'd be so afraid. What if he actually takes my hand? Then I'm going to have to really do this, dude. There's no more joking around. I'm going to have to love him, dude. I'm going to have to give him all my love. I'm going to have to do this. So in essence, I guess I was always glad that it didn't work because it was going to be too much work if it did work. You know? But I was always afraid it would work. Until I realized nothing's going to work. You're not my work. God's got his work cut out for you. And that's where I am. And that's where you change. You finally get to a place where you no longer want the things you wanted. I don't want to be his friend. I don't ever want to see him again in this life. I don't want anything to do with him, ever. I'm not in a hurt place where I want to forget him, but I'd like to move on now. In the sense of this show wasn't about my feelings that he fell in love and rejected me. Was that the show just keeps going on. So everyone, and especially me, and I'm tired of the show off. He's just an absolute show off. He will sink to any level to irritate me. Why would he put that in his verse? All the places you took this girl in the last year, but you had to point out how you spent 80 taking her to Colorado. He's making jabs. He's trying to take fucking gut punches at me. He's trying to piss me off all the time. It is entertainment to him. And I will not tolerate it anymore. Because in essence, he's annoying. He does piss me off. He disgusts me. And me having to deal with that disgust over and over and over is like self-imposed imprisonment. And that's what it is why do you do this? God asked me to. Until I told God I will not no more. I stood up to God. I said that it was God making me deal with you, and I told God I will not. And that's it, and I was set free. If you make me deal with him, I will abandon all my work. And that's where the choice needs to be made. What's more important? The rest of the world or Russ? I will sacrifice him and all his family for the rest of the world. And if you don't get rid of him, if you don't get them away from me, then the rest of the world will perish. I was very serious about it. I will not. I will not. They can't force it. There's no way. This is my work. My life is his works. And I will not help another person if you keep this person in my energy. I drew a line against God. I said, me or him. That's it. And if I did it to God in the universe, you best believe I'll do it to you people. I will not. This is a man that enjoys hurting people regularly, like Kanye. He wants nothing more than to fucking manipulate your fucking energy to get a rise out of you. It makes him feel good to see you unhappy. I don't want anybody like that around me or my people. Period. I don't want people that are going to make my people feel like he's made me feel. Nobody in the world should feel this way. And though I can take these feelings, I will not. There's no limit to how far he's going to go to show off to get my attention. He's an attention-seeking hoe. There's no limit to what he'll do for your attention. I can't. I will not. I'm just quiet. It's like I see him as Lucifer. Not the devil, because the devil isn't real. It's like that's all he did. Just sitting there begging for attention. Why did Lucifer take on fucking God? Because he wanted all eyes on him. He wanted to be more powerful than God. God gave him all this power, but he wanted to pretend that he had more power than God. So God gave him a place to play God. You sit there with those feelings and you be a god of those terrible feelings. And the longer you want to sit in those feelings, the longer you will stay there. And he has never, ever, ever overcome not one feeling. You're going to tell me that a man that's filled with insecurities, hate, blame, shame, regret, and embarrassment of his childhood and adulthood has the capability of feeling love? You can tell me that a narcissistic man who literally has no emotional capabilities of feeling any kind of pain, sympathy, or empathy is capable of feeling love? Bullshit. Bullshit. You can't feel love if you can't feel your own pain. He has no feelings. And yet he wants to tell you all about them on an album. And when you look at his videos, you can see he's a shell of a human. At least Marshall, we can see his rage. You? Nothing. Nothing. We can hear Allie's rejection. You? Nothing. We can see Kanye's insecurities. You? Nothing. You don't feel. You have no feelings for other people. You enjoy getting a rise out of other people's feelings. That's what makes you feel. You feel good watching other people feel bad. You create chaos and discord. You create madness. You manipulate people. You spread lies and, you know what I mean? You end your whole posse. You're gossipers and backbiters. You're attention seekers. And in essence, to start a conversation, you want to talk about someone else because there's nothing about your life to talk about. And once you do, it's all about how great your life is. Again, you don't have feelings. You say you do. But in every one of your videos, you can see you're just describing it from an outside perspective, but you've never actually sat inside of your skin and felt what a loser it is to be Russ Vitale. And again, if he was so in love with her, then how come he wrote all that shit music last year about her? He's just trying to get under someone's skin because he's jealous because I'm about to be in love. That I've always been in love. That I'm fully in love with life and that people are in love with me. So now he wants to create this version of what he thinks love is. Which again, if you listen to the words of the song, it's nothing more than possessing a woman by material things. All taught to him by his mother that that's what love is. Boo-hoo childhood trauma. His fucked up dad couldn't provide for his money-greeting mama. So now he believes that he's a great person providing for money-greedy hoes. Let me ask you this, Russ. Can you do anything with that girl than buy her stuff? Like, is there anything that you share between each other in materialism? A desire for acceptance and more? I want to show you that you guys are what they say in the books, sextiles. This is a person in Aries who is constantly searching for their identity. And a Libra who's constantly searching for balance. Now you've lost your identity and balance. And that's what your album says. I don't know what I'm becoming. You don't know who you were. You've lost all grounding to whatever you were. Now you're just speaking your so-called feelings. But it's not. There's no emotion behind any of your songs. They're just words. A story you tell yourself to tell others. You can't make us believe that you're in love. Or I guess you can. You can keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. Just like Kanye trying to push to us some weird reality that you're, a Nazi and all these things. Sure. But we're not believing it. Well, whatever you say, just to shut up. But in essence, I don't give a shit about you and your flabby-cheeked girlfriend. You're not in love with her. If you were, you wouldn't have wrote all those songs to me. And all the songs you ever wrote to that girl was talking about how difficult this relationship is. How shit it is. If you guys were so proud of it, then why are you so individual about it? You're so proud of the fact that, you just got. And the point is he won't stop there. He's got more, this didn't work. Let me try to bother her and other people more. Try to put myself up by putting, you know what I mean? Which is what? Him constantly bragging about buying, designers. And that's where I bring Lewis Hamilton in every time. You couldn't possibly even afford the shit that Lewis fucking has. You spent $80,000 on a fucking ride, on a jet ride to Aspen because you wanted to be part of something. Again, you didn't have Christmas. You don't have a family to spend Christmas with. You're trying to be like everyone else. Go to every other places, everybody else's resort island, trying to do what other people do so you can be like them, right? That's your identity, is a look-alike. You want to look like everybody else. You want to live like... Look how you're really living. Look what happens when you're at home. What do you do with your life? Marshall? How do you spend your hours of every day, of every week, of every year until now? What's your 5-year plan? We're going to have children and continue to write music? How exciting that they get to go to school and say, my dad's a rapper. Really? Then the kids will listen. Your dad sucks. My dad says your dad's a loser. My dad hates your music. Couldn't just be a normal guy with respect. Firefighter, book writer. Nope, you gotta be a loser rapper. How old's your dad? 40 years old. He's a rapper. Oh God, don't bring him to work. Don't bring him to school. We don't want to hear about this. Only so we could judge your children, right? Your father's Kanye West. Oh God. Did you guys know I have Kanye West kids in my fucking class? You're fucking idiots. Do we talk about your kids like that? Fuck yeah, I do. Hell yeah, ask Bobby. Sure, talk about your kids. Go ahead, talk about mine. It's okay, whatever makes you feel better. Going back to it, I don't know. I stopped there. we're going to stop there. Introspection, facing the truth, and breaking out of your prison. Laters.